independent hoe, I'm all about my businesses. I consistently continue to bring energy, and on that keep it popping like I'm full of electricity. Try to hold me out, I wish you would have the audacity. Take a rap laxative, now I'm shitting on the industry. Self-made, not a title, cause it's my identity. And wear it on my skin like it's a part of my ethnicity. Mary keep on blowing like instruments in the symphony. They keep a player buzzing like Twitter when you mention me. Being 100's a everyday living tendency. And ain't faced by hating, it makes me increase my intensity.
Yo, what's good, YouTube world? What it do? Back at you for another spitting rounds of flavor in your ear, DFW Sports Style. You know it's the one man, 4,000 flavor of DFW Sports, rocking from the Metroplex in the heart of Texas, Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. Y'all know what it is, just a super fan representing for all the sports major going on down here, man. I ain't no expert or nothing like that. We just love where we from, and we represent our teams. As you see, we in the hockey gear. I told y'all tonight I will be in the building in the AAC for the Stars and the Predators playing on. So, yeah, that's why we got a little bit of festivities going up in here. But, I wanted to give another round of some DFW sports. As y'all know, last night was one of the nights, if you was able to stay up late last night, again, for all my Maverick fans, if you was able to stay up late last night, you got to witness something historical, that happened on the hardwood floor in Inglewood that, is giving a bit about a fresh air to, kind of breathe in with the Dallas Mavericks. So talk about the 2-game back-to-back with the Mavs against the Lakers and the Clips. You know what I'm saying? Back-to-back LA trips right there, back-to-back. Going to talk about that as well. Talk about a little bit more, some Cowboy talk up in here as it's NFL Sunday. It's a stress-free one. We got the Red Zone playing on right now. So we're basically scoreboard watching, trying to come up with a many scenarios to figure out how these Cowboys can get into the postseason outside of just running the table and winning. They do have to have some help. So with all that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, hit that like button before anything. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell if you like sports in general, but damn show sports that's coming out of Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. Any one of your favorites from the Rangers, Stars, Mavericks, Cowboys, whoever you want to rock up in here, we're rocking up in here, getting it done. Right now, we at the current sub rate. We at 32.27, y'all, man. We done kicked it up a last time since we done came back to y'all, you know what I'm saying? So much salute to all the people that, been rocking with your boy, giving support, sharing the channel, sharing the content, going in. We're going in year round around sports. We're trying to be a little bit more consistent. We be having life things, lifing, but at the same time, we love having fun talking about our sports, where we from, holding it down. So, current sub 32.27. Let's try to get that boy to about 3,500. Let's see if we can get it to 3,500 before the end of the year. That'd be a good goal increase right there. Try to get to 1 million views as well. Try to hold it down. So, going in there. Now, let's switch it to the hardwood. Let's switch it to the hardwood one time. Now, let's re-look at the Mavericks against the Lakers. Mavericks lost that game by 10. What was it? 129, 119. Anthony Davis did get him some run. He had a good couple. He had some few dunks going up in there. He had a few good couple blocks as well. So to see what he could do right there, it was good enough to see right there. I know for all my Maverick fans out there, especially my diehard Luka supporters, I know. I'm not going to lie to you. Looking at that game against the Lakers, bro, and for Jason Kidd to create a game plan to basically say he's going to limit or take out Luka Doncic. You know what I'm saying? Throwing double teams at him. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get the ball up out of his hands, doing it real quick. You did all, and they weren't bad at doing it. They didn't do a bad job of doing it. But for you to have that game plan and kind of think you slowed him down, you kind of did. But to say you slowed him down and he still put up a 35-point triple-double, yes. As a Maverick fan who's been trying to just move along with the players and just move along with the time, that right there made him feel some type of way. That really made a brother feel some type of way. But I mean, to see Max Christie actually getting a little bit much more better at his 3-point shot, I can dig it. I can take it. I would rock with that. But to see Luka come out there and put up a 35-point triple-double, and we were double teaming him all game, doing all of that. Now, what really killed the Mavericks against the Lakers was Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves caught on a heater, and that was really your difference in the game right there. Of course, you turn over the basketball a little way too much, which has been their consistent problem. But Austin Reeves really put the nail in the coffin against the Mavericks, for the Lakers. But to know that you came out there and you doubled, you put a lot of attention on Luka Doncic, and he still put up a 35-point triple-double, bro. That just reminds of all of us. Like, damn, bro. This is what we really had, and y'all gave him away. So I understand the frustration. I really do. I understand. It was never a good trade in the beginning. It was never a good trade. So all the Luka stands, just like, the song say, they put the picture and jerseys on their wall. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Last night against the Clippers, Cooper Flagg, he reminds me that it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Bro, Cooper Flagg went absolutely crazy last night, bro. Like, think about it, dog. You already know Kyrie. No Anthony Davis, of course. After playing, he's not going to play no back-to-back. So, you had no Anthony Davis, of course. No Daniel Gafford. No Derek Lively. And then in pregame, you lose PJ Washington on a freaky fluke that, he steps on the basketball, turns his ankle. You're missing a whole starting five. Kyrie, PJ, Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford. That's a whole starting five, fam. Whole starting five. And Kawhi Leonard played last night, huh? Okay. So what proceeded to happen for the Dallas Mavericks last night in a game that, they really snatched this game away from the Clippers? And give credit to really, before I go on to Cooper Flagg, give credit to your boy Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson, that was a Klay Thompson you needed last night. The boy started dropping threes when you needed. Hit 8 threes, 8 out of 13 from 3-point. Hey, man, you can get somewhere around there. Yes, I can dig it. I'm going to need it. And Brandon Williams keeps showing you what he does. Ryan Nimhard, he's solid as it comes too. So you're building a little bit of more depth before you can get that boy Kyrie to come back. But like you say, the Mavericks just got to get healthy. And last night, they literally had a whole starting five that was out. And the whole conversation was, yeah, you got the number one pick in Cooper Flagg. That's cool. Yeah, but he ain't Luka. Duh, we know he ain't Luka. He's not going to be able to carry no franchise or no stuff like that. Well, last night, it remind me that it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Hey, your boy put up 35, bro. And he took 22 shots, so it was like he had to be the man. No PJ, he had to be the man last night. And what did he do? He was the man. Now, like I said, Klay Thompson, you hitting 8 threes. I'm going to need that period from you. You come off the bench hitting, if you can give me good 6 of them a night, you know what I'm saying? That good 5-6 range of threes a night, we might be all right once we get healthy. But Cooper Flagg, bro, and it didn't matter about the 3-point game. And this is what I keep trying to, tell a lot of folks, bro. Fuck that 3-point ball. He don't need it right now, bro. He got the size advantage. He can do something. The dude had confidence last night, and he really ran through mostly everybody of the Clippers. Everybody tried to guard him was like, wait a minute, he catching a heater, including Kawhi Leonard. Everybody took their turn. And, bro, there was no fear in his eyes. He was like, you know what? I'm the number one pick for a reason. And you know what his game kind of really more and more I'm starting to look at it, remind me of? He looked like a Scottie Pippen out there, bro. And that is no, if when I say that, don't think I'm kind of shitting on him. I'm like, nigga, Scottie Pippen, bro. Yeah, he had Jordan, but even when he didn't have Jordan, he was still out there busting ass, bro. He could cover. He could do cover 1 through 5. He played defense. He can get the rebounds. He can score the points. He can get the assists. Bro, Cooper Flagg has a lot of that game to him, like for real, though. And to see him take it over last night and make business happen, hey, bro, I'm all up for it. And your boy was 9 of 11 from the free throw line. That is the money line right there. That's the free money right there. And you mean to tell me with your size and mid-range game, you're willing to go in there and create the contact and go to the free throw line and cash in? Bro, for a dude who is just about to make 19 years old, that game last night, bro, it gave your boy a lot of sigh of relief, because I'm not going to lie. It looked bad when we came out there with a good defensive game plan against the Lakers, against Luka Doncic, and he still put up a 35-point triple-double. That hurt. That hurt. Win for life. What's good in the chat? Let's go. Hey, we're going to talk about a little Cowboys here coming off soon. I just had to get my reminisce about the Mavericks off last night, as we're scoreboard watching right now, as the Panthers have just took the lead over the LA Rams. So big touchdown throw right there. There's a lot of football going on right there. So we're going to be doing some scoreboard watching as well. So I'm coming with it. I'm coming with it. So inconsistent, bro. And then we heard, like I said, for last night to have no Kyrie, no PJ Washington, no Daniel Gafford, no Derek Lively, no Anthony Davis. That's a whole starting 5. That's a whole starting 5. And I saw this man, Cooper Flagg, say, you know what? Quit treating me like a rookie. I can play with these boys in the NBA. 37 minutes. 8 rebounds, 2 assists, but hey, I'll take it though. And like I said, he was 9 of 11 from the free throw strike. He only took 3 threes. He didn't make now one of them, but out of 22 shots, you only took 3 threes. That's why, hey, your mid-range game, because you're gonna have a lot of mismatches. Because I think you're quicker than a lot of big, and they're underestimating you, bro. They're underestimating you. And for a dude who's just about to turn 19, what I saw from him last night to take everybody's best shot from the Clippers, that's a good defensive team. Good defensive team out there. Your boy was in the paint with Zubac down there getting dirt, bro. Cooper Flagg gave me a lot to be cool with. And the main thing, what I've been saying, as Cam is in the building, what big shout out to him. Big shout out to you, man. We just got to get healthy and stay healthy. That's the only thing. And like I said, for PJ Washington to roll and turn his ankle, fam, come on. In pregame, it's like Mavericks can't have nothing good. But I will say this about the Mavericks, and I kept saying this about them last year when they went through the Luka trade and they were still banged up after Kyrie got hurt and everybody was hurt. They still fought hard, bro, and they still made it into the play-in. Can they do that again, but with a full healthy squad? That's probably your biggest goal if you're the Mavericks, unless you're one of those people who say you need to tank again to get one of these higher draft picks going there. The way Cooper Flagg played last night, I don't think he's going for that on his watch. And that type of attitude, I really need to see. No, he's not going to be Luka, but damn, is he not going to be nice with it? Shit. That's the key you want to see right there. That's the key you want to see right there. And I mean, bro, it made me proud to look at it. 49ers right now, they're up 10-8 against the Browns. So it's like I said, you need a lot of things to happen for you to come down for the Cowboys, as we getting ready here to talk about. But let me just keep rapping on these Mavericks for a second, bro. I know, like you say, a lot of people don't want to hear about it because they were done for trading Luka. We all know that, but like I said, Luka did his thing, but Austin Reeves really won that game for the Lakers, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, he really was the difference maker. But Luka, it was just disheartening to see him get a 35-point triple-double, and we doubled him all night. That was really discouraging. But I think Cooper Flagg saw that and was like, once PJ went down, he's like, bro, there is nobody else but him, Brandon Williams, Klay Thompson. You know what I'm saying? And he took it upon himself to really make hay and did what he did. You think the Mavericks should trade Anthony Davis? Ooh, that's been a hot topic. Hot topic. If you're wanting to trade Anthony Davis, what are you looking to get? Because yes, you can use some more draft picks, but what type of draft picks are you actually going to get for Anthony Davis right now? That the world knows that is not going to give you. He's not even going to probably give you 60% of your game. So, what value do you have in trading Anthony Davis? What are you looking for when you trade Anthony Davis? Is my question if you want to do it. Me personally, you know, this is what, regardless whose regime it was under, this was something that was done. You're going to kind of have to ride it out. You really are. Because essentially, if you're telling me you can trade Anthony Davis and get a good first round or something like that, then I get it. I get it. I might want to do something like that. I just don't see it happening. And then the contract, the way it is, I don't know. I don't know if you're trying to get the deal that you want if you're trading Anthony Davis. Now, if you're just trying to get rid of him for the sake of, look, that was part of the Luka, because if you're saying that, then you're trying to get rid of Max Christie too. And I really like Max Christie. He's really growing on, as he has shown he's been able to improve as a basketball player, especially from the three-point shot. So, you know, you're kind of going to have to sit this out. And it ain't even just Anthony Davis. The main problem with a lot of this, a lot of spotlight will be put on Anthony Davis, but at the same time, bro, it's just been the team. The team ain't even been healthy. Before they traded Luka, they had like a handful of games they played together before people started getting hurt. So you really haven't seen a full roster of the Mavericks since they played in the NBA Finals against the Celtics in 2024. You really haven't seen a consistent roster like that, bro. You really haven't. So it's kind of hard to really gauge. You don't have no draft picks, number ones at least. So do you want to recoup that? Then yes, I trade Anthony Davis if that is what you're aiming for. But they have a luxury that, some folk, I don't know. But to me personally, I would stay pat. I would stay pat because he's not showing you he's going to. I don't think teams will be willing to take that right now. At least not what you asking for. They might not take what you asking for. Trayvon Diggs is back out at practice, y'all. We getting some updates. Also, I'm looking at the college football AP that just dropped out. Texas A&M dropped to 7, so yeah, they'll be in the playoff. Miami still sitting at 12. Vanderbilt at 13. Texas at 14. But yeah, far as Anthony Davis, what's good, Danny? What's good? Danny in the house, my God. What's up? Hey, we're doing some scoreboard watching as Cowboys. We're getting some updates coming in from the Twitter update as them practices are going on right now. His black ad could be up at Frisco, but he got a Stars game he about to head to tonight. So he said Anthony Davis need to retire. He damaged goods. And this is a Laker man telling you, man, that dude is damaged goods. But me personally, this is what you traded for. This is what, the ownership can sit here and say this was all Nico's ideal, but you signed off on it. So you're probably going to have to ride this out. You're probably going to have to ride it out just because I don't think you're going to get what you're really looking and asking for. That's just me personally. But at the same time, I'm like, bro, we haven't even seen it all put together. Like I said, since the finals in 2023-24, I haven't seen a roster that done played like 20 games together. You haven't seen it as a Dallas Maverick, other than them playing two-way players and, G League players, you know what I'm saying? Just to stay up afloat, to fill an NBA roster, to go out there and compete. That's basically been since the Luka trade. I wouldn't even say since the Luka trade. Before the Luka trade, bro, everybody was still getting banged up and hurt. The Texans are over the Colts right now. So, but what I will say, as I'm going to switch over and transition to the Dallas Cowboys, what I will say, man, what I saw in Cooper Flagg last night, bro, that gives me a lot of hope. People say he can't carry a franchise. What I saw him do last night, I'm like, bro, he just now about to turn 19. And he took it upon himself to say, I can be that guy. Like I said, I see a lot of Scottie Pippen in him for some reason. I hope that ain't no disrespect to Scottie Pippen as well, but I'm just saying I see the traits that Cooper Flagg has in him, because I'm not going to say he does things extraordinarily great, but it's not too many things he don't do good. But the three-point shot is probably the only thing. But, of course, he got to get used to the NBA range and stuff like that. But if his inside game is working like that, bro, keep going at it. Keep doing it. Oh, that's a tutty. As we are now, as the Jets put up a touchdown. Now, as we're scoreboard watching, because y'all know the Cowboys need a lot of help to get into the postseason. And I think their best way to get into the postseason, you're hoping for an Eagles collapse. Kind of looking at the situation. Let's look at, wild card, NFC, like you say, Seahawks at 8 wins. You know what I'm saying? I can see them getting 2 more wins. That's already going to be hard for you. What else you got? The Panthers mess around and win. They got the tiebreaker over us. So it's one of those situations. The Bucks are on the Cardinals right now, as we got the red zone in the background. So like I said, we scoreboard watching. The Niners I saw in a dogfight. So you need the Niners to lose. Of course, you need the Packers to lose, and you need the Seahawks to lose. Then you need to win Thursday. If that could happen right there, then that makes it way more interesting. You know what I'm saying? He said Scottie Pippen, the legend, don't do him like that. I don't mean no disrespect, but that's just, I want to give Scottie Pippen his flowers. I'm like, bro, he really did a lot of things that was really on point. He just had Michael Jordan, but even with Michael Jordan, when he retired, he didn't win no championship, but he balled. He balled out. Balled out for sure. Like I said, looking at them standings. So what's the score right now? The Panthers are up on the Rams right now, 24-21. San Fran is up on Cleveland 10-8. So like I said, we're hoping Cleveland can get a win right now. Who else did we say? Seattle played the Vikings, so you're hoping the Vikes can go ahead and get them a win right there. That's what you're hoping for today. So you're hoping anytime we're rooting for the 49ers to lose, you know what I'm saying? So anytime we're rooting for the 49ers to lose. Let me take the Twitter sphere. What the push notification say? So we all talked about Trayvon Diggs, right? Is the impact of Trayvon Diggs going to make a difference for the Dallas Cowboys? We all asked this question. And my response was, I need all hands on deck. I think it came out to be said as well. Okay, so yeah, the Dallas PR, they said designated cornerback Trayvon Diggs for return to practice. Additionally, the club signed running back Israel Amben. I don't even want to mess up his name, to the practice squad. So y'all not going to see probably Jadon Blue and Phil Maffa for the rest of this year. That kind of what I'm getting the vibe of. DeMarion Overshown going through tackle drills. Jadeveon Clowney getting rehab work. Tyler Guyton wasn't in attendance during media access period of practice today. That's reported by Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News right there. But everybody's showing Trayvon Diggs is out there, though. Jadeveon Clowney did, but he didn't participate in portion of the media. Okay, so I think it's going to be up in the air with Jadeveon Clowney. It's going to be determined as the Bucs put up another touchdown against the Cardinals as they go up 17-3. And what you're really hoping is now you're looking at it, bro. If the Panthers mess around and win this game, there's somehow you need them to win the division because you don't have the tiebreaker over them. You don't have the tiebreaker over the Carolina Panthers, so that hurts. That hurts you. You wasted the game right there. Cowboys have shown, Nick Harris says, Cowboys have shown interest in Israel. He now lands on the practice squad after bouncing from San Francisco to Green Bay earlier. So you see they're bringing in more running backs, yo. They're not really dependent. Schottenheimer not dependent on Jadon Blue and Phil Maffa, bro. I mean, I could put up on the share screen right there, but it's good enough for me to just do it this way. So how do y'all feel about the two picks that y'all, that the Cowboys picked on this year with Jadon Blue and Phil Maffa, basically them not basically having no impact? I get it, they're rookies, but no impact and basically no run. How do y'all feel about having those two picks? So Cowboys are up practicing. So pretty soon we should get the injury report, practice report. So waiting for that to go ahead and drop as we scoreboard watching. But like I said, you still need a lot of help. You need San Fran to lose today. Todd Archer, Trayvon Diggs in his first practice in more than a month. He is the 7th of possible 8 players the Cowboys can activate off the injury reserve this year. Just one spot left, and Josh Butler on the PUP list, Wanye Thomas on the NFI list don't count. So they are supposed to just keep coming out here and, they are supposed to come out here and get a lot of DB help. That's why, to me, having Trayvon Diggs is going to help. You need all hands on deck. Look, Courtney, what's good? What's good? What is good with you? Appreciate you joining the chat. What Danny got? No, Trayvon Diggs sucks after he hugged Micah after the game. He wants to join Micah. Let him go. You know what? His attitude has been got on my nerves to the utmost. I'm not going to lie to you about it. But if you're trying to make a run, which I still think is possible, it's just, but you need all hands on deck. And I don't think you're going to get much what you're looking for him if you do trade Trayvon Diggs. But I will say this, if Revel keeps showing up and Reddy Stewart keeps showing up, you know what? We might have to revisit this conversation. And man, as the Niners get into goal situation, come on, Browns. Keep them out the end zone. You need the Niners to lose. Looking at these standings, yeah, you need the Niners to lose. You need the Seahawks to lose. Packers played on Thanksgiving, so they're playing next Thursday as well. So you need them to lose as well. You need everybody in front of you to lose, including the Detroit Lions. But if the Panthers fuck around and win, they're going to be ahead of you, and they have the tiebreaker. So you're going to be stuck right there sitting like, bro, the Panthers need to win the division. If they can win the division, then it might say something different. But you look at your NFC win, you're going to have to get that win against the Lions. You basically got to win out, which will give you NFC wins. But you got to look to see how many NFC losses the Bucs got. like you said, your best path to this postseason to enter this thing might just have to be the Eagles collapse. We talked about it yesterday. Jared Goff, man. I think we all know what to expect to see a statue back there. So it is gonna be up. It is gonna be up to your boy Eberflus. It's gonna be up to Eberflus. This is the game right here. We're like, bro, okay, look, you have better defensive tackles. You got corners that came back. You got linebackers back. There's no reason we should be outcoached this game. None whatsoever. There's no reason we should be outcoached. And Brock Purdy runs it in for a damn touchdown. As the Niners get them a touchdown, looking to go up 17-8. They're mad. They're mad. They're mad. Oh, man. All right. Jared Goff. Next gen stats. What he working with? So how y'all think we gonna get in then? How you think the Cowboys gonna get in, even if they win out? Because the Niners can still win 11 wins. The Packers can still win 11 wins. Even Seattle can. And then you're looking at it, so can the Rams. Your only path is an Eagles collapse. So you're gonna have to root for every team that plays against the Philadelphia Eagles, y'all. And win out. Jags up 18-3 on the Titans right now. They are in the red zone. Texans up 13-6 on the Colts right now. Daniel Jones done revived himself. Up in there. Your biggest path to get there is going to be an Eagles collapse and a Cowboys run, bro. The Colts just put up a touchdown, though. Just put up a touchdown to tie the game up. Or getting ready to tie the game up. Against the Houston Texans, that don't affect us none whatsoever. The Bucks and Cardinals, like I say, if you mean to tell me the Panthers mess around and get 9 wins, 10 wins, then shoot, you're going to, as Arizona puts up a touchdown against the Bucks, you're going to need the Panthers to win because you don't have the tiebreaker. Mr. Cowboy, what's good, Joe? I ain't seen you in a minute. I ain't seen you in a while, bro. How's everything been going? He said the Eagles falling. They ain't soaring. They falling. He said just checking on y'all to see if y'all still flying high. Checking on y'all to see if y'all still flying high. So Cowboys got practice going on. Just waiting for some more updates to come around here. But, you know, a healthy defense, is that going to be enough? And my main thing going up against Jared Goff, you know, this offense is more predicated about physicality. Jared Goff does in his average time of throw, time to throw, he gets about 2.73 seconds. Average yards completion about 4.7. So he's not really getting, he's almost getting close to 3 seconds. It's going to be up to us. It's going to be up to us to make something happen. He got a completion rating of about 69.7. You know, a lot of that has to deal with a lot of the run game and stuff like that they have. Let me. Bro, Carolina beating up on the Rams, bro. That loss is still looking bad because of the way you lost that game. He said, did you go to the Eagles or Chiefs game? I did not. Did not go to the Eagles game, and that would have, I would have been live up in there, and I didn't go to the Chiefs game because we was out in East Texas, out there in Longview. So big shout out to the family. You know what I'm saying? Came back a little late, but hey, man, the YouTube bank account trying to get a little bit more built back up in there. With all the support that's been going on, checking up in here. So yeah, Lane Kiffin is a LSU Tiger. Wow. So you skip a chance to coach your team in the college football playoff, and you're going to LSU. Lane Kiffin has been reported he going to LSU. Wow. It's that coaching carousel that come around this time. Do y'all think Diggs will make a better difference with the type of pass rush that you got now? He said fired. Bro, I had to be out with it. Man, them Eagle tickets was high, bro. I made a limit about how, you know what I'm saying, buying the game, but that Eagles game was fire. That would have been a lit one to be into. I know it, but I done had my time. It's all good, bro. Like I said, we slowly but surely building our way back up in there and doing some things. So we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right, bro. I'm trying to get back constant into the content as well. I'm about to go to the Stars game here in the next few hours. So game tip off. The puck drop at 5:00. So be up in here, and I'm just scoreboard watching, trying to pick up a little bit of things that's going on up in practice for the day, see who's participating, see who's not participating. Basically, the major news basically came out is basically Trayvon Diggs is basically up off of the list. He's basically has returned. He's out there on the practice field right now getting it in. So you're going to have Trayvon Diggs coming out there as a plethora of other guys that you see that the Cowboys defense is retooling in. And maybe this was the method to the strategy, you know what I'm saying? But I think you still waited too long depending on them. But I see the vision. You had to kind of wait because you had a lot of guys that were coming back and coming in here. So that man said it's called a firm, my God. But still, though, bro, I mean, looking at the results, you should have just been in there. I get it. But, it is what it is. I say the Eagles more than the Chiefs game because the Chiefs game, yeah, he going to be out with family and stuff like that. But the Eagles game, man, it was like, oh, man. Jaguars score. Ain't worried about them neither. While we're here scoreboard watching, I'm telling you, I don't think you're getting in. Not as a wild card. You're going to have to win the division. Adam Schefter just reported Lane Kiffin announced that he accepted the job head coach at LSU. Man, stay in the SEC. Stayed in the SEC. Now everybody in Ole Miss mad. Oh, man, bro, it is what it is. Bruh. College football is about to try to take over the NFL, man. Real talk. Houston and the Colts and Texans are tied up, but here come the Texans. Bro, you need the Niners to lose. You need Seattle to lose, bruh. You at least got one out of the, Friday with the Eagles losing. That was big. And like I said, that might be you win Thursday, that might be your biggest way to get into there. Yeah, man. The Panthers mess around and win today, but the Bucks win, they'll still see. Panthers win and the Lions, and we beat the Lions. Yeah, we'll have 7 wins, but we don't have the tiebreaker. We got one less loss, but we don't have the tiebreaker over the Panthers. Cowboys win Thursday. They hold everything in their grasp right there. For real. San Fran done got the ball back. You're hoping Minnesota can pull off something against Seattle. If Seattle can take a L, that'll be cool. Because then that just inches you closer, because I still think the wild card going to be hard to get into, bro. You're only getting into this postseason if you're winning the NFC East, bro. We might have to come to reality about that. We just might have to come to reality. That's the only way we're getting into the postseason. Now, anything is possible. Anything is possible, but still. I don't know, man. So Trayvon Diggs. A lot of people feel some type of way about Trayvon Diggs. It's understood, but at the same time, fam, I mean, I don't know. Scoreboard watching. Atlanta's tied up with the Jets, 14 apiece. Cardinals are down 7 against the Bucks, 10-17. And the Rams are losing to the Panthers and going into the fourth quarter, 24-21. I would like the Rams to go ahead and win the West. Somebody got to win the West, but you need a lot of teams to lose trying to get that wild card, bro. You're going to be, even if you win out, even if you get 11 wins, it just still might not be enough, dog. You're going to have to win the division. Yeah. Nah. Trayvon Diggs coming back while this defense is now trying to find their groove is something that is big to look at, bro. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at, because they're starting to get more pressure. They're starting to get more sacks. Now they just got to find a way to somehow get takeaways. But I told y'all again, and I said it again, you're going to have to, pay attention to the run game. That's one thing. We're going to have to be physical this week. We are going to have to be physical this week. What week was this? I'm just looking over. Okay, so this was. There go the Rams. Rams getting in the scoring position. Rams in scoring position, y'all. Mr. Cowboy said it's called a firm. You right. And you just still, but still though, bro, you got to pick the right type of ticket. Can't pick no expensive one and try to break it down. As we getting ready to head to see that puck drop, get his first Stars game of the season. Damn, Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin had to do it. Woo! Who else we got? As my feed blows up with Lane Kiffin news. I told y'all earlier about them. They signed this running back off the practice squad. With Malik Davis coming in there and them signing somebody else off the practice, which means I think all that means is you need another special teams player. So I don't want to say it's all and over for Jadon Blue and Phil Maffa, but they obviously can't do special teams neither. So I think that running back move, I would want to recant what I said. I think it's more about them having special teams do this, because Malik Davis did play on special teams, but he's going to be, obviously that shows me he's going to have more of a say in this offense, which he should. Myles Garrett out there acting a fool, just called him a sack, got 19 sacks. Arlington, Texas in the house. Arlington Martin. Oh, that should have been. How the hell Puka Nacua catch that? That was hellacious cover, and he still, bro. That was sick, dog. That was sick. Oh, watch out. That was hellacious coverage right there. Y'all expecting a high shootout in this game against the Lions? Touchdown Rams. Rams take the lead. Which that's a good thing too. You need the Rams to win this game. That'll keep another loss and Carolina under you. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we need. We need the Rams to go ahead and punch this out and take care of the Panthers. That'd be one thing happen. Like I said, you already got the Eagles losing one time. You get the Panthers losing. That kind of eases up a little bit back there. You also beat the Lions. You beat the Lions. Now you're the top dog in the hunt. You just need things to happen as Shedeur Sanders throws an interception. Oh, it wasn't an interception. It's a muff punt. Muff punt. You don't close the elbows. You don't close the elbows. Up. Well, with the fourth quarter, that being said, looked like the Niners are about to probably get their 9th win of the season. So that didn't go well for you. That ain't going well for you. Need the Browns to somehow get them a upset victory up in here. You needed that. Waiting to see some post conference and stuff like that. Probably get off. What? Probably do another 45 minutes and wait till we get to some presser action. They said a lot of people was not available for the media. The media. Brian Schottenheimer out his own mouth said, bro, y'all can put that putting Trayvon Diggs at safety to bed. Now, with that being said, I wonder, what do they say? What do they tell Trayvon Diggs? Like, look here, bro. All that, nah, bro. We not tolerating none of that, bro. Get your ass out here and just play, bro. And this, I don't mean it in no disrespect. That's probably how I grew up, how my coach would get your ass out there and play, bro. That's all it is. We got you some more pass rush. Now it's more up the middle, but we got you some pass rush, bro. We got you some pass rush, fam. So hey, play your part, because you play your part. Reddy Stewart keep doing his thing. Now we be able to start bringing some more pressure is what I'm hoping Eberflus kind of does. He been doing it a lot with the 5-man pressure, with the 5 down man look. But now you have some corners out there. Shoot. Why not? Why not? Ooh, Lord. Like I said, you're not going to get no help from the Niners today. That ain't happening. You're not getting, you're not. That ain't happening. Seattle play the Vikings, so you got to be Viking fans in the 3:00 window. Got to be Viking fans. For the Vikings to go into Seattle and win that game, that's going to be hard. But I guess you get one thing with, if the Rams can go ahead and hold out this victory against the Carolina Panthers, that'll be good. So that holds firm. But what is the Eagles' schedule going out? What is their schedule going out? They have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they got 5 games left. Like mostly everybody do win that last quarter. They got the Chargers on the road. They got the Raiders at home. They got the Commanders and the Bills on the road, and the Commanders back at home. So what you need as a Cowboy fan, looking at those last 5, because basically you need to win at least 4 out of the next 5. You win 4 out of the next 5, that gets you 10 wins. Them sitting at 8 wins right now, you're basically hoping that, because I see them beating the Commanders twice and the Raiders. I see that happening. So you had those 8 wins, 8, 9, 10. That's 11 wins right there, bro. That you'll have to win out. And I can see them losing to the Chargers and the Bills. Right? And looking at their last 5. Now, if the Commanders can mess around and win one, you know what I'm saying? That'll help. I think that's what you're going to look for. You're going to, bruh. Like he said, they win 11 wins. You would have to win out. Ain't no winning 4 out of 5. You will have to win out. You will have to win out to have 11 games, to have 11 wins. You're going to have to win out. And you're looking at their schedule. They got the Chargers, they got the Raiders, they got the Commanders, they got the Bills, and then the Commanders again. The Commanders twice. So in reality, what you're hoping, they lose to the Chargers, they lose to the Bills, they lose one time to the Commanders, and somehow the Raiders pull out a victory. If that scenario can happen, or they lose to the Commanders twice, that's probably going to get you in. But even then, even with me saying that, them beating the Commanders, that's basically, they would have to win one out of the, basically a collapse. They would have to win like one or 2 out of the last 5 while we run the table. That's your best way to get in by the division. As the Jets, he got walked down. He almost took the kickoff return back. Like he said, you win 4 out of these next 5, you got 10 wins. You're at 10 wins, but you're probably going to have to win 11. You're probably going to have to win out. And looking at it, even if you win out, with the Raiders having 8 wins, the Eagles having 8 wins, they get 3 more wins and you're probably still out. And I'm looking at it, their 3 wins is the Raiders, the Commanders, twice. Those 3 wins, I think, win them the division. Unfortunately, unless they collapse. That's the only way, bro. Because those 3 right there, that's 11 wins right there, bro. And if you win out, that's 11 wins. And they still got more on their plate, bro. They can mess around, beat the Chargers or the Bills. That was for sure. They get 12 wins, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. But even if they get 11, you're going to have to win out. And I'm looking at it, they got a chance for 11. Of course, you would need them to lose to the Chargers. You need to lose to the Bills, but you're going to have the Commanders, if not beat them twice, beat them one time, and the Raiders do something just for you to get in. He said Buffalo and Washington split might be our best bet. Bro, like, because I don't think you're – let's look at – hold on. Let's look at the teams that are playing now. As San Fran basically is about to try to hold on to this game. But looking at San Fran going forward, they get a bye week coming here soon. So after that, their next 4 games is the Titans, the Colts, the Bears, and Seahawks. Now, you know what? They liable to win today. That'll put them at 9 wins. They liable to beat the Titans. That's 10 wins. You hoping they go on a 3-game losing streak against the Colts, Bears, and Seahawks. And you do 4 out of 5 or win out. So that's kind of your path right there. Looking at the Niners. As the Panthers, Bryce Young throws it. Who's that? Ted McMillan. As the Panthers take the lead. Big touchdown pass right there. As they take the 30-28 lead right there. So there you go with that. I think San Fran just scored. So that says much about that. Seattle, what's their schedule looking like after they play today? After they play today, their 5 games remaining is on the road against Atlanta. They got the Colts at home. They got the Rams. Then they go on the road to the Panthers. And then they got San Fran in the end. and they're already sitting at 8 wins. I'm looking at they might mess around and win tonight, give them 9 wins against the Vikings. I think they'll beat the Falcons. That's 10 wins. That's 10 wins already right there. Now the Colts, Rams, Panthers, and 49ers, you'll have to see. Hopefully that can come to a halt, but it's gonna be hard to get the wild card, bro. That's a lot what I'm saying going here. And if the Panthers mess around and win this game, they get a bye week, and then their last 4 games, they got the Saints, the Bucks, Seahawks, and the Bucks. They can easily win 3 or 4 of those games. Easily. Looking at the standings, who else is in front of us? You got the Lions. You beat the Lions, you'll be ahead of them, but let's look at the Lions schedule too. After the Lions, Thursday, they'll be on their 4. They'll have the Rams, the Steelers, the Vikings, and the Bears. So they could mess around and drop down too. So it's like I say, bro, it's not impossible. You're going to have to win regardless. You're going to have to straight up, flat out win. You know what I'm saying? He said, bro, the Panthers are balling for no reason right now. I keep looking. I'm like, damn, the Rams ain't put them away. They keep scrapping. I'm like, damn, okay, well, that loss may be not so bad. It's only bad because that's a game you could have had in your palms right there. But if you're looking to win the division, like you say, the Eagles get 12 wins, it's a wrap. The Eagles get 12 wins and we win out, it's a wrap, is what I'm saying. But Cowboys, you get probably one mulligan. You get one mulligan because it might be 10 wins to win the division. You're just hoping the Commanders can upset the Eagles one good time. And you hope the Chargers beat them, and you hope the Bills beat them, and you hope either they can beat them twice or get one upset, and hopefully the Raiders can get an upset. Is what you're hoping. You get some of those things that happen, and it might happen. It could happen. I don't know how likely it is, but as good as the Cowboys are going to play, it just might not be enough, bro. And it's not for me to say I don't believe they can't run the table. I believe that, the way they're playing now and they're getting the bodies coming back healthy, yeah, they can do it. The problem is it's almost too late to come to the party. You need a lot of help. They don't control their own destiny. And that's the problem that you're running with right now. They don't control their own destiny. And when you don't control your own destiny, you're at the mercy of everybody else. And even if they win out, you win out the rest of your games. That's going to put you at 11 wins, but that ties is not going to help you, but it's not going to hurt you, but it ain't going to help you as much. See what I'm saying? And you're just going to back at those 3 games. The first one against Philadelphia, that game was a winnable game. The game against the Packers was a winnable game. That game against the Panthers was a winnable game. You're going to look back at those 3 games and say at least 2 out of those 3. Damn sure the Packers game and either the Panthers game or the Eagles game, either one of those. You get 2 victories out of those, bro, this season could be totally different for you. He says it's going to be all right, but if it comes down to the last game of the season, I wouldn't be surprised if the Commanders do something bad to them Eagles. Especially if the moment is on them and they getting ready to choke it away as the Rams are battling right back. And I'm basically saying, what are the ways for you to get into the I'm listing all these other teams and what they got going on and stuff like that. Your best bet is the Eagles collapsing. So somehow, some way, you need them to lose to the Chargers. You need them to lose to the Panthers. Regardless, you need them to lose like 4 out of 5. But they get to 12 wins, it's over. I don't think you're getting in. And you dropped that boy, Puka Nacua. You dropped it. They're only down a field goal. Don't tell me this is going to go into overtime. Don't tell me this is going to go into overtime. He said, you're right, though. I'm still mad about us dropping that game in Carolina at home. Like, for real, man. Like, those 3 games right there, man, those are going to be games as a Cowboy fan and probably as the Cowboys players and the coaches and organization. They're going to have nightmares. They're coming out of their sleep about that, man. They really are. They're coming out of their sleep about it. But as this defense is trying to get better and it's more about them at the linebacker position, which I've been basically harping about, now you get Trayvon Diggs. I understand Trayvon Diggs has been a sore spot, but the whole defense has too, man. Let's not just pin this strictly on Trayvon Diggs. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he has had his moments that he gets pointed out and all that, but at the same time, it's been a whole team effort. And you wish they could have put up the points that was necessary. You wish they could have made the stops in the Carolina game that was necessary. It just didn't happen. Big shout out to X Factor up in the building. Matter of fact, as well, tuning into the chat. But yeah, none of that happened. None of that happened. And the game against the Packers, that was your game to have. And I swear, when Jordan Love threw that pass, I swear all time went off, but they kept an extra second on there. That hurt. I wish we could have really got that as a win. And like I said, that first game against Philadelphia, that tells it all right there. You drop a touchdown pass with Jake Ferguson in the end zone, you get a weather delay, and then you come out with Miles Sanders fumbling the football, and that basically turned the whole game right there. And then you had on top of the drops. So those are 3 games that were winning. Like I said, the Cardinals, you should have won that. That was a game that you were supposed to win, but you got handled that game. Being there at the game, they got handled. So that was a loss. The Bears game, that was a loss. You got handled that game. The Broncos, you got handled. It's just those type of things you're just not really going to want to run away from. But those 3 games against the Packers, against the Panthers, and against the Eagles week 1, you're really looking at it like, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen, man. He said, nah, San Fran ain't losing, Danny. They ain't losing, man. They up 23-8 on the dog pound, man. They up 23-8 on the dog pound, man. So, I don't know about that one, buddy. Rams trying to, Puka Nacua gets loose. As the Rams are trying to get, as a first down conversion, as they're trying to get in the red zone right now. Stafford done thrown 2 picks today. But the defense is this defense is starting to get some more help, y'all. They starting to get some more help. How you feel about Trayvon Diggs is how you feel, but tell me, with Quentin Williams being in the middle and Kenny Clark being right there, the defensive tackle, bro, especially for the type of game that you're about to play against right now. I'm telling you, I already told you the matchup is basically, I got to see a lot from these linebackers. As the Jets and Falcons are tied up 17 apiece. As the Rams enter into the red zone. Damn Panthers out there been balling. About another hour or two, about another hour and a half, we get ready to, make that trip down to the AAC. Get ready to get some stars content for the first time in 2025. And I've always had to say, if anybody had to be more consistent in the DFW, especially since 2019, yes, the Dallas Stars. So, yeah, we fuck with the Dallas Stars big time. Oh, he should have threw a pick. You talk about miscommunication. Here go the Rams at it. Rams in field goal position. They in field goal range anyway, so they're good enough to at least tie the game. Bucks are over the Cardinals right now, 2010, but Cardinals are in the red zone. Let's see what's happening as we're scoreboard watching for the Cowboys. And I've tried to give a lot of scenarios, bro. You're going to have to win out and have a collapse. You're going to have a collapse of multiple teams, but more the Philadelphia Eagles. Somehow you're going to need the Commanders to beat them and touchdown Falcons on a receiver screen. As the Falcons take the lead over the Panthers. Oh, false start. Rams will have to move that back. Rams going to have to move it back. Saints losing to the Dolphins right now, 19-8. Houston does have the lead on the Colts right now, 2016. And they got the ball. Oh, and the Cardinals get the touchdown. McDuffie. Cardinals still in it. Which I wouldn't be mad if the Panthers were to win the NFC South, because now you don't have to worry about no tiebreaker with them. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, if the Panthers are going to keep winning, you're going to have them win the NFC South. So that's a lot of more things that's going into it. So Matthew Stafford fumbles the football. Big man football. You better cover it up because here he comes. Damn, man. The Panthers take over with 2:25. Man, as the Rams are going to drop one. Rams got 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Panthers are actually that good, y'all. What? The Panthers that good? I know you lying. I know you lying. He said, playoff picture aside, though, I feel good about how the team is coming together. Feels so much better than it was just a few weeks back. And that's really what you're hanging your hat on. That's really what you're hanging your hat on. Is like, bro, y'all, look, let's just try to start putting together some better football. And a lot of it had to do with the defense. We know this, but, the team take the losses as well. There's some things, everybody else can do that's better as well, but as a team, they look more sharper. They look more together. It's just a shame it took this long. It's a shame that y'all are starting to get rolling like y'all are now. But Nico Collins, as the Texans look like they're trying to put the Colts out their misery, as they're still scrapping, trying to get into the postseason. As what's the name? C.J. Stroud is back. But I agree with you. I agree, man. Just finish on a good note. Finish on a good note and don't have a holdout with George Pickens going into next season. Eliminate the distractions and let's go win something. They definitely could. The Bucs are real banged up right now. So, like you say, you if you can get the Panthers to go ahead and win the division and the Bucs kind of take, they'll be up on. But like you say, all the wild card teams right now are sitting at 8 wins and are about to get 9 of them. Starting with the San Francisco 49ers. And if the Vikings can beat Seattle tonight, you know what I'm saying, then Seattle's schedule is kind of tough too. Their schedule is kind of tough too. So we'll have to see. He wasn't even close. But it does feel it's a different good vibe to see the Cowboys on the rise that they're on. And like I said, you look at the defensive side, you just having Overshown coming in, bro. That has made a total difference for this defense. And like you say, we already know what Quinnen Williams and the addition of Kenny Clark have made to this defense. And let's give a lot of love to our boy Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon Clowney has added some go to this defense, and I gave props to my boy yesterday, Donovan Ezeraku, bro. He been out there balling week in. He's been getting better and better and better as the season goes along, and that's something that I'm gonna make with. That's something that I'm gonna take, hang my hat on to. That's really something I'm gonna hang my hat on to. Jerry don't fuck around with Pickens. But Jerry thrives off of it. And that's my problem, Jerry. Are you really ready to change? Are you really, and when I say change, are you willing to let your product speak and not you speak? Are you willing to do that? Let your product talk. Don't talk about it and want that. Let your product be the theater, bro. Let it be, because it is already good theater, but you don't have to do the extra stuff. You don't have to do the extra stuff, bro. Let us make it, Jerry. Clowney had like 2 sacks against the Chiefs. Yeah, man, bro. He done got his legs up under and give, like I said, it might have been a little bit too late, but give the front office a little bit of credit, bro. They made some moves that actually worked for him. It's not like they didn't do nothing like it was 2024. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. And when they did make a move, they went and got Mingo. And you see Mingo can't get no run. And I told y'all yesterday, that's props to Ryan Flanoy. Ryan Flanoy, hey, is Shotty true about preaching competition? Ryan Flanoy, bro, he's earning every repetition on the field that's available. And like you say, just staying healthy, and if they can continue to get the run game going, and if they can just have that lightning quick hitter out the running back position, which Malik Davis is starting to provide a little bit of that. And I think Brian Schottenheimer is seeing that. That's why you added a running back in Israel. I can't say his last name, but you picked up Israel off the practice squad because you're most likely going to have him take Malik Davis' spot on special teams. And I think you're going to see Schottenheimer have he's going to probably, to me, it sounds like he want to hit Dan Campbell with his own medicine, with that lightning and thunder combination, with you bring Javonte Williams in there and sweet feet Malik Davis. And I ain't mad at that type of play, because Malik Davis is giving you that, man, where you got to pay attention to him out the backfield even more. And when that happens, I think the play action boots work a little bit much more better. You know what I'm saying? To your tight ends and everything else like that. But we already know we can throw it to the outside whenever we want. It's just about us being accurate and being on the same par. Rams then exalted all their timeouts, and the Panthers get a first down. That is game over. As it's basically coming down to the 2-minute warning, all they got to do is take a knee. The Panthers are going to beat the 9-2. That's about to be 9-3 Los Angeles Rams, 31-28. Bryce Young and these Panthers are out there balling. And see, you look at it. What the Cowboys have really lacked this season, it's really signature wins on the road against quality opponents. You couldn't beat the Eagles on the road week 1 because you lost that game. You did a lot of things that, lost you that game. You looked at the Bears, who are in division lead in the NFC North. You faltered in that game offensively and defensively. You know what I'm saying? As another quality team on the road, you didn't. And this was a point I was trying to stress yesterday. The Broncos, of course, they done whooped our ass all the time. And then that's a good quality team that's leading the AFC West. And you went up there and laid a damn egg up there. Carolina, who seems to be a team in contention, that you went on the road, and what did you do? Okay, so Cowboys got to figure this thing out on the road, man, and that's what I'm hoping they do Thursday. Really what I'm hoping they do Thursday. What's up with Blue? I haven't heard about him in weeks. What happened to Blue? Malik Davis. Malik Davis went in there and took his job, took his money. That's my belief. He took his money because Phil Maffa, he's still been hurt the whole time. So but I think what somebody was one of the beat writers was trying to say, I wouldn't bank on thinking that you're going to see Jadon Blue or Phil Maffa anytime this season. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Jadon Blue, bro, like I said, what happened to him is Malik Davis. Malik Davis came in and showed that he can now. If Malik Davis can mess around and catch out the backfield and shit, we on to something. He said the Panthers might just be real, for real. It's a good Rams team to be right there. The Bucks might mess around and lose to the Cardinals right here in a second. See what happened. Man, but I will say this. The Cowboys' best path to the playoffs is an Eagles collapse and a win out. That's the best way. He said, makes sense. Shout out to Davis for grinding. What he say? He been cut by the Cowboys like 4 times. Then bounced around. Now you come back and it's like, bro, since every time he's been here, every time he's putting in the game, he's making a big play. He's making a big play, and I give props to Schottenheimer for rewarding players for grinding, keeping their head down, going through the process and showing up when it matters the most. He's rewarding them, like Ryan Flanoy. You see, and now he's rewarding Malik Davis. So let's go with it. For real. Need that. What else we got? It's almost about 3 o'clock. Like I said, about here in the next 30 minutes. I got to get ready to, head down to the AAC, get ready to watch the Stars and Predators. As the Stars been hot tonight, too. Stars been hot here lately. So, hey, y'all know I hold it down for them, too. Don't do it like that, as the Stars are 16, 5 and 4 right now. You know what I'm saying? So, do something that way. Look at these standings. College basketball all in the mix. Yeesh. Stars second in the Central, right behind the Avalanche. Of course, this is always going to be a tough Central Division to mess with for sure. As the Panthers take a knee and they will take the victory against the Rams. That's a big victory for the Carolina Panthers. No lie. No lie. The Colts are marching down with under about 3 minutes left. They are marching down, trying to take the lead against the Houston Texans. Like that doesn't do nothing against us. But Carolina has 7 wins, and I think right there with their 7 wins, I think they leapfrog us right now because we have a tie in our record, and they have the tiebreaker over us. So just like that, you done fell basically bottom to the wayside. And what you're going to need to happen is you're probably going to have the Panthers win that division. The Panthers probably in the same position as they are with the Bucks, because everybody who's in wild card position most likely are going to win today. Now, what you're hoping is the Vikings can mess around and beat the Seahawks at least. Packers don't end up playing again till what? Probably this Thursday again or something like that, or they got the bye week, one of the two. But Niners, they done messed around and got a win. Seahawks, if they can lose, that'll be big. That'll be big for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So we're all got to be Viking fans. We all got to be Viking fans. Shout out to the Stars. I need to see if I can get to one of them games this year. Big salute to them. Ain't no lie. X Factor, like I said, they've been most consistent here recently. They just ain't peaked through. Hopefully this is the year they peak through. And they bringing out the 99. Oh, bro, it's holiday season. I bet not stop by that hangar. Y'all know how I get. Bruh, they got the black and gold edition out. Man, might have to look into getting one of them for real. But he ain't lying. Shout out to the Stars. They holding it down. Like I said, that's where we getting ready to spend a little bit of the evening tonight. So I'll be bringing some footage from the AAC. From the ice this time, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I do. You see all the chains in the background. Which chains should we wear? I see they brought the black uniforms back. I'm thinking about getting the Texas, that one right there. But then that shiny green one do be looking good. You know what I'm saying? See which one he gonna rock with. Yeah, man. Can the Eagles have a collapse? They would need to at least lose to the Raiders and the Commanders, and then they would have to. That's basically what you're looking for. They would have to lose one time against the Commanders, and they would have to get upset against the Raiders. And then you need the Chargers and the Bills to beat the Eagles. They basically lose 4 out of 5, and you win out. You're in. Because the wild card ain't happening. Wild card ain't happening. As the Cardinals are trying to bounce back as they get their drive with under 1:20 left. Why are you go get out of bounds, you dummy? You big goofy. Big goofy. But yeah, looking at it, man, like I said, the Niners didn't lose, so that already hurt you right there. How many? It's 2-minute warning there of 26-8. Yeah. So, like I said, you got to be Viking fans, y'all. I won't be able to watch all of the game, but we got to be Viking fans. We need Seattle to lose. We need them to drop a game. It's basically all you can do for right now. So, let's see. Hopefully, they can drop a game and we can do something. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping, man. as everything is getting ready to wind down. So as it's getting ready to be 3:00, like I said, I got to get ready to start getting ready to be on the road. I want to start seeing some more things that pop off, but you know what? I'm most likely going to upload a vlog tonight coming from the Dallas Stars game. So hopefully we get ready to shoot another live here tonight to see everything that went down for the Cowboys practice today. I don't really see any more notifications that's going on. But big shout out to Cooper Flagg, man. Big shout out to the Flag, bro. Did something that I don't think any NBA rookie has done in regulation before. So, bro. The Cowboys, if they got any shot, they got to make a run. They got to handle business with their schedule first. They really got to handle their schedule quickly first. He said, yeah, that wild card might be out of reach for us. Shit happens quick. Like, for real, like, unless they all start falling, but it's like not only are you asking the team in your division that's leading it for a collapse, you're asking for like 4 other teams to collapse. That's just too much. That's asking way too much now. The NFL, anything can happen, but that's way too much. As the Jets get a touchdown, as the Jets tie the game, and getting ready to tie the game up with the Falcons with under 2 minutes left. But what you're hoping is, can the Eagles lose against the Chargers, lose against the Bills, and can the Commanders and the Raiders both get upset wins? They both can get upset wins, and then the Chargers and the Bills beat the Eagles, and you're winning out, you're in. You'll win the division. That's about as best as it's going to get for you. It's about as best as it's going to get for you. Real for real. Ooh, but that wild card, y'all might as well probably kiss that goodbye. Now, still keep out hope. You're still gonna have to, because you still got to win all your games. Number one, that's a problem within itself. And then you need other people to lose. Good luck. But I love the vibe. That don't stop me from rooting on and cheering on the vibe that's going on for the Dallas Cowboys. So hopefully here shortly we can get the last 2 home games coming here. We missed the last 2 that had all the action. Hopefully we can close out the 2025 season with the last 2 games at home. Hopefully, I can work out some things and, make it happen. As the channel continues to grow, we're starting to get a little bit of change that come up in there a little bit more and more. So, hopefully we can get a little bit more support right there, and then we can basically get these exclusives going into these games and doing some things like that. You know what I'm saying? So we try to hit up a lot for sure. So we got it. So for sure, enjoy this football while we got it, because when the thrill is gone, the thrill be gone away. But we'll still do a lot of, having the NFL Plus. We can still always go back and go through week in, week out of what happened, what went wrong in certain games and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Just give the review about the Cowboys. So the Cowboy talk will never stop. But, as the football does turn and when the season does die out, it's for me, it'll be more about the Mavericks and it'll be more about the Dallas Stars. And then, when the spring come around, then it'll be about them ragged ass Texas Rangers. But we'll always still keep some Dallas Cowboy content coming in here, reviewing some games, looking at some things, so doing things like that. So, like I said, looking at it right now, man, we're trying to get to that 3,500 subscriber mark. You know what I'm saying? That's something we're going to aim for. Right now, we're at 3228. So big shout out to everybody who's came in and, liked the content and shared the content. I want to appreciate that. If you're catching this on the playback, man, go ahead and hit that like button and drop a comment as well, man. Share this with somebody that's, going down with DFW Sports, because, we always keep that flavor up in here. It's just about, being a little bit consistent, but at the same time, just a DFW sport. And I'm a big sports fan as well, too. So, like I said, we did basically a scoreboard watch, basically watching on teams in the division and what's ahead of us and all that type of stuff. Tried to do that. We'll probably do this again next Sunday since the Cowboys don't play on Sunday. Probably this Thursday, we'll go ahead and try to drop us a game stream of the Cowboys as well. Do that, and we'll probably get a Cooper Flagg, a Cooper Flagg watch stream in there as well. Try to just get some more content coming up in here, but do some more things. But like I said, big shout out to Cooper Flagg putting the Mavericks on his back yesterday. Straight up showing that, nah, you know what? I ain't no Luka Doncic, but y'all not gonna sit here and be like, man, I ain't gonna carry no team. Bullshit. Hey, he out there showing he got that work. So big shout out to him having a historical rookie night last night, giving Maverick fans a little bit of hope, a little bit more hope, as we hope they could get healthy. So big shout out to Cooper Flagg for holding it down, knowing that a lot of people were out and he still did his thing. Looking at the Dallas Cowboys, we're just scoreboard watching, but as y'all scoreboard watching Cowboys and y'all watching all of this, bro, it's just about you winning all your games. Win all your games first and let the chips fall where they may. So that's how it's going to be. So appreciate the game for taking out one time, man. Like I said, we'll try to get a little, I don't know if I'll be able to do a live tonight because I will be trying to upload my vlog tonight, and that takes a lot of time as well. Maybe we'll do a pre-recording or something like that and try to get some things going about some thoughts, but have it happen that way, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to the chat one time, man. Everybody that did yesterday for sure, that was big up. But for damn show today, my man X Factor, you know what I'm saying? Danny up in the house, my man Mr. Cowboy as well. LaCourtney was in the building. Hoodlum, Win for Life, we was in there. We still got a Monday night to look at as well. Who played Monday night? The Giants in New England. Oh, so that has no effect on us neither. So Mavericks do play the Nuggets Monday night, 8 o'clock. Jokic. It all depends who's playing before I even try to, you know what I'm saying, do that watch like that. The Mavs get the Heat again down here. Cowboys and Lions. The Mavs and Thunder. Ooh, so we might just have a lot of Maverick content starting to flood coming up in here as, basketball season getting ready to kick out. So we'll see about that. Big shout out to Cam as well. Cam's Dallas Maverick Sports Channel, man. Check all that out, man. Want to appreciate y'all. Like I said, man, don't hesitate to share the content. Like, subscribe. We'll get them subscribers up. And the more we get them subscribers up and grow this channel, the deposits will keep coming in. And like I said, I'll keep bringing y'all the footage of being behind the scenes in DFW in the trenches of between all the teams that go down in the major sportsway. So y'all know what it is. The one-man 4,000 flavor of DFW sports. Catch me tonight, Stars and Sabres. We'll be dropping some content live from the AAC tonight. So looking live from there. Stay tuned to the channel with, y'all know the slogan, do everything with love because love always wins. That's the law. With that, I'm out, y'all. Catch me in Dallas traffic, baby. Until then, y'all know what to do. Celebrate.
Self-made independent, I'm all about my businesses. I consistently continue to bring energy and know that keep it popping like I'm full of electricity. Try to hold me out, I wish you would have the audacity. Take a reflexive, now I'm shitting on the industry. Self-made not a title cause it's my identity, and wear it on my skin like it's a part of my ethnicity. Mary keep on blowing like instruments in the symphony. That keep a player buzzing like Twitter when you mention me. Being 100's a everyday living tendency, and ain't faced by hating, it makes me increase my intensity.